So today I will show again how to load data. It is Snowflake, but today we're going to do how to do transformation when we are loading data. Okay, how to do transformations when we are loading data history to Snowflake. Okay, so first remember steps. Okay, create S3 bucket. Okay. So we can use previous one, but why I'm creating, you need to remember. That's why I'm creating again. Okay. So give bucket name 24 December 2025. Okay. Just create the bucket. Okay. So open the bucket. Here create one folder. So then enter the folder name like CSV transformations. Transformation files. Folder. Create folder. Okay. Open this one. So upload the files. Add files. Okay. So upload multiple files. Okay. Then click on upload. So just come back, copy this URL, go to Snowflake. Okay. Give comments and paste the URL. Again go to type and access management. Click on this one. There you can find the roles. Okay. Go to roles. Then create role. Okay. So select AWS account. This one. Next. Type S3. Select Amazon S3 full access. Check mark. Don't open, just check mark. And here we need to give the role name. I'm giving answer confirmation data. Okay. Scroll down, create role, then come open this role again. To reload. Okay, this one. Okay. Copy here and paste here. Okay. Then choose database, raw database. Okay. Create one schema. Create schema. So trans. We're going to do transformation. So with you, when we are loading history Snowflake, that will include copy command. Okay. Then we are in the raw database. Okay. So now just copy the syntax. Go to view, paste. Okay. Integration. Okay. Integration is transforming data. Transforming data. Type external stage. Storage provided S3 bucket. So the data loading enable true. So here add delete old one, paste new array. Array means imagine resource number. Okay. Here remember the syntax storage underscore AWS underscore role, and it means storage of AWS. Inside we have a role, so inside we have ARN. Okay. So then storage allowed locations. So from which place it need to allow the loading data, loading the files from which place it need to allow from the S3 bucket. So that URL we need to copy paste. Okay. Then after describe the integration. So after describe the integration, what we need to do? What is the next step? New user URL. Okay. Copy that URL and paste it. Okay. Copy the user URL. Again go to here. Trust relationships. Edit trust policy. Paste it database. So policy. Then update the policy. Now the connection is established between state and Snowflake. So now how to access the data? For accessing the data, we need to create the stage. Okay, we need to create the stage. Okay, close it. So here create stage transform. So transformations. Stage name is transformations. So URL. Okay, we need to provide the URL from which area we going to access the data from S3 bucket. Paste URL. So here we need to give the integration name. So when we creating when we are creating stage, we need to include from which S3 bucket we are loading data. So that URL we need to paste, and what is the integration, the connection established between S3 and Snowflake, right? The integration name. Okay. So then create stage. So now we can check the data. Select the star from select. We can't use star here. $1 from add data stage name. So it going to show single column, only single column data. But use $2 and $3 and $4 and $5. Then $6. So now run again. Now we can see the complete. So we have data in the 4 columns only. Fifth column, sixth column, we don't have data. That's it showing the null values. So here it's showing the null values because of in that file we have only 3 columns. Therefore showing the remaining null values. Okay. Suppose if I give again here $1. So it will give the again dollar this data 11, 12, 13, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So this is next what we need to do, copy commit. So copy into that we need to create the table, right? So before that we need to create the table. Create table. Okay. So advanced table. Okay, here I'm using the particular. Then here we have salary, right? So amount here department ID. Yeah. So now we get the copy command. Copy into class table from data transformation stage. So in that stage we have data, right? So now, so numeric value ID, file CSV transformation, character one, trans table. Would you like to continue loading when you are there? Resident counter, skip file or continue for the another option for more option loading after please run info loading data at SQL client. So what we need to create? We need to create the file format. Create file format CSV CSV file file. Okay. Here type equal to yes CSV. If field delimiter we have comma, then if header hold. Okay. Now it a file format is created. So in that copy command, file format equal to CSV file format. See, so still it's not accepting the data. So still it's not accepting that. It's showing the numeric value. I mean, file 3 does not match corresponding table 4. Use file format option. Mismatch for file transformation. Okay, transformation amount. You would like to continue loading. Skip file continue because of so in one file. So this one, right? We have only three columns, but here we have four columns, right, in table. So that's why it's not accepting the data. So what we need to do? So we need to run column mismatch equal false. It means even going to mismatch, it will load the data. So what we do? Create or replace. Now create the file format again. Then run column not mismatch. Now type. Okay, now load it. So after giving this option false, run column count mismatch. It means even mismatch. I'm giving the false. Means so it's going to accept. If you give true, it will not accept. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 10. Okay, those are loaded. So now check the data. Okay, it won't. It's showing the data. Okay, even this is null values. But for this data only, we have received the error. That's why we used error and column count mismatch false. So if you give true, it won't accept. Okay. So I'm trying to load again. It won't load again. For that, we need to rename this table or we need to use a force equal true. Already explained. Okay. Then what I'm doing, if you want to reload, we need to truncate and we can load. Truncate table, bronze table. Okay. So again, we can load this one. But now you can see that we can't load again this one. So if you use force equal to will load again. It's this one. Okay. So this is the output. Okay, what I'm doing. So now I'm truncating the table. Okay. So now I have ID, customer amount, department ID. So my requirement is okay. I want to load only the ID and customer name from this data. Don't want every data. See, I'll show again. Want to load only $1, $2 ID and name. I don't want to load 3, 4. So how we going to load data? So for that, what we need to do again. Okay. So see copy into table, copy into trans table. So here I'm checking only this, right? Okay. This is the table. So I want to load only the ID, ID, comma. Then what is the column? Custom. Copy into my table ID and custom name. So from if okay, now this stage from this one. Okay, from stage here we need to select $1 and $2. Okay, then we have to include $1, $2 from again. Okay, this one. Okay, copy into trans tables. Okay, and ID customer from the data transformations stage name. We are selecting. Okay, sorry. Oh, this one. No, copy into trans table ID customer name from okay this one. Select $1, $2 from the transformations. Okay, here we need to give the transformations. I'm selecting only $1 column and $2 column. Okay, so from the transformation stage. So after that, what we need to mention again, we need to mention the uh, just file format. File format. So we can use this name here, file format. So this is copy into trans table. So I only need ID and custom name. So from select $1, $2 from at the rate of transformations, then file format. So now check the table. So now we have only ID and custom name. We don't have the other data. So like that, you need to do in real time. So what the data we needed because of so when we are doing data modeling, star schema, Snowflake schema, from we receive multiple files. So from file only I need this data. So this data I'm going to load in the one more table. I will create one more table. Then I will use directly $4. Then I will use here amount and department ID here. Then I will load this data into the another table. Okay, like that we going to because of in fact we have numeric data, dimension table we have description data. So at the requirement we need to load the data. Okay, so if you don't need these details, if you load, it's going to store the data, right? It takes some cost. So that what we require, we need to, yeah, the business logic and requirement, we need to load the data. Okay, this is one way. But now what I want, so here customer, right? This is like uh, so this is J is capital letter, remaining are smaller, and D is capital, remaining are small. Okay, everything like that. But I want to every this one like in uppercase, everything in name it should be like in the capital letters, capital letters. So for that, what we do for that, so here again I'm typing it in the table. So I, okay, I don't have any data. Okay, so for that just simply, okay, uh, when I'm loading the data, so here for $2 I will use upper. So this is SQL concept, right? Upper. So it's going to load it to like in a uppercase, or is not supporting. Mhm. Support of the upper and function upper not support within copy command. Let's see it. Check. Come to so it's not supporting. So it's not supporting. I will check already. So so previously it going to work when we give the upper, so it's going to change the everything in the uppercase letter. Then it will load the data in uppercase. So only for the name column, it's not working. Okay, so this is like if you are doing any transformation, you can do this one. Another one. Yes. So this is okay. If you want to load specific data only, then you can go with the this one. Suppose if I use current recreating a table.
Current timestamp spelling mistake.
Here, table, copy, build, email, STA.
STAMP.
Uh, this transformation is not working. Okay. So usually we can do like this directly. If you want to load, we can using buffer. We can do this one. So present it's not working. Okay. So we can try with only for this selecting $1, $2. Okay. You know you can see current time stop. Okay. So the upper is not working. So id name, so load time, real time we going to use this one when we are loading what is the time and updated it. Okay. Those columns we use in real time. Okay, when we are loading any file, for that we create one separate time or load time or updated date. So depend depends. So we use and we go with current time stuff. We need to know when the data is loaded and when it is updated. So when we access in the working with snapshots or when we are working with historical data, so then seeing this date, we can know when it came to the table. Like that, we will do the transformations. Okay. So this one, remember how we can select the data and we can load. Okay, this is the way of loading. Okay, so now I'm going to show uh, like how to load error data. Okay, so same link, rejoin everyone. I will show the step by step. Okay, rejoin with the same link.